Chapter 8 Dungeon Comment Lord Ishikawa gathers the group for a brief lecture before entering the portal. He talks about the importance of cooperation and teamwork, and how everyone must stay alert at all times to avoid any surprises in the dungeon. We're all in this together. No matter what we find inside, we will overcome it together and come back without much trouble. Lord Ishikawa concludes with conviction. These words echoed in Kaito's mind, and then the group of awakened ones headed towards the portal, led by Lord Ishikawa himself. Kaito felt his heart race as he approaches the glowing edge of the portal. The shimmering blue color is mesmerizing, and he can hardly contain his curiosity about what he will find on the other side. Before he enters, a few other people who seem to be more auxiliary to the group speak some encouraging words to the awakened ones standing in line. Come back safely. Please, if it gets too dangerous in there, come back. And supporters, don't forget that after the boss is defeated, you have 1 hour at most before the portal closes. This moment is one of excitement and great nervousness for Kaito, although he has read dozens of articles and watched hundreds of videos about awakened ones, he has never even imagined what it would be like to be one or to become one. Kaito's heart is pounding, almost trying to come out of his mouth, and his mind can barely comprehend that this is real. As people begin to walk through the portal, a red-haired woman, also in the back, puts her hand on Kaito's shoulder and smiles. This is your first time, right? She asks. Did I make it that obvious? Kaito answers and turns to look at the woman. She is pretty and young, with long hair and wears ordinary clothes, like most low-ranked awakened who can't afford equipment. She smiles and holds out her hand to introduce herself. Hello, my name is Maya. I am a healer. Kaito returns the handshake, but is so surprised by her class that he forgets to introduce himself. A healer? Ouch, that's a very rare gift. That's what they usually say. But I'm, let's say, a bit clumsy, so no guild wants to recruit me. Maya says with some shyness. Kaito is grateful that he is not the only support on the team, and having a healer certainly makes things easier. Then he smiles at Maya. Led by Lord Ishikawa, the group gets through the portal. A feeling of lightness and excitement overcomes Kaito as he crosses the boundary between the worlds. An intense flash of light blurs his vision, and in the next instant he finds himself in an environment completely different from anything he has ever experienced. The place is sinister and dark, immersed in a disconcerting darkness with rocky walls and faint details of civilization such as torch holders on the walls and a few stone columns. You have entered a dungeon. Kaito's eyes widen as the warning appears in front of him, and he immediately looks around to see if anyone else can see the warning, but no one else is looking in his direction. The group of awakened remains silent, cautious in the face of the unusual scene. The torches scattered throughout the dungeon cast a dim and somber light, creating dancing shadows on the stone walls. The smell of mold and dampness hangs in the air, mixed with a sense of expectation. Kaito feels a shiver run down his spine as he adjusts to the eerie atmosphere. He tightens his grip on the strap of his backpack, searching for some comfort and security. This is the moment when he realizes that he has entered a place where monsters can lurk around every corner. Lord Ishikawa breaks the tense silence around him. His voice echoes in the gloomy air, conveying the security that a leader must convey. This is a dangerous place, folks. Stay alert and stay together. We don't know what awaits us here, but don't hesitate. All of us, except Kaito, are experienced, so let's make it easy for our supporters, okay? The awakened ones agree in silence, looking at each other with a mixture of concern and determination. Since they are experienced, they form a tight formation with vanguard and rear and begin to slowly advance along the only path in front of them. After they have advanced a few meters, an icy wind blows that makes Kaito's hair stand on end, but this is no ordinary wind, not for Kaito, who senses a sinister presence in the air that is carried by the wind, not to mention the smell of blood that makes his pupils dilate and his ears prick up like when he woke up. A moment later, strange noises, like indistinct whispers, echo around them, causing everyone to immediately stop moving forward. Suddenly, a high-pitched squeal cuts through the silence, echoing from all directions. Voyeur. Prepare for battle. One of the awakened shouts to the group. Immediately, the others raise their weapons. Kaito looks into the wind as the group spreads out to protect the pillars and sees a dark greenish figure moving between the stalactites on the ceiling, clinging to them like monkeys to vines. The green figure is a grotesque creature with short limbs and glowing orange eyes. Its distorted face looks like a mask from a horror movie. However, no one in Kaito's group is aware of the approaching monster. Kaito doesn't even hesitate to warn them. A goblin! He shouts as he points in the direction where the monster is, which gets everyone's attention. One Lord Ishikawa quickly lunges forward, and a water sword forms out of nowhere in his hand. When the group leader brandishes the sword, causing the wind to sway with its force, the goblin avoids the attack with agility, sliding backward, and then draws a small bone knife from the leather sheath at his waist.